Hey guys, Beth is in foam group. I thought I had everything and then I just realized I forgot my fragrance oil, so I'll go get that in a second. Welcome to the second edition of Make With Me Monday. Ideally, I would like for these to all be around the same time, which would be 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's a little bit later than that today. I'm not gonna lie, I was watching Iron Man 3 and I needed to finish it. So that's the truth of the matter. That's what I'm running a little bit late. It was important. I hadn't seen it, so let me get the fragrance oil real quick and I'll be right back. So what I'm making today, if you care to join me, it's not hard, it's not complex, it's pretty easy. I'm piping Wonder Bar. I know I've piped it before, but I keep having to tag that video and it's from like a long time ago, so I figure we could just do like an updated version of that. The fragrance I'm using is Comfort and Joy from Nurture Soap. It's like, it reminds me honestly of Applejack Slices or whatever that fragrance called that people really like. Yeah, let me put that in my little mixer and then I will show you what I'm making. So this is Wonder Bar. This is all the dry ingredients right there. Actually, I'm gonna give it like a quick little stir in the mixer. Oh, am I out of clean towels? I have to use a real messy towel. Man, I have an issue with things being plugged in. Just kidding. Okay. Give that a little stir real quick. So I have these waffles that I started, and then I'm going to pipe a beard on it. So it'll be Santa waffles. This is the waffle mold from Cater Molds, the round waffle mold. I think it's super easy. It's pretty easy for me. So like I said, this is not like a complicated make or anything like that today, but I'm here making it. So that's what I'm doing. I do think that this is twice now, y'all. I think we're going for the sparkles again. And that is because I learned that, okay, there's professional Santas, I know that, but that professional Santas, like, they like this sparkle for their beard. And I thought that was really cute when I learned that. So our Santas are gonna have sparkles in his beard. I might have to make another batch for this because this is a lot. So I legitimately might have to make another batch. But I already actually have them prepped. I have my batches prepped and I will show you in a second. Close that up. Don't need to leave that open, right? Yeah, so I prepped my batches out. Smart thinking. I mean, like, seriously save so much time. Just spend like one day like prepping out a bunch of batches. So yeah, Santa waffles. I really wanted them to be plaid, to be honest. I really wanted them to be plaid, and I don't know if I just, like, in my head it worked. In my head it totally worked, and it just does not work. It did not work when I tried to paint them. So that happened. But for being Santas, it should totally work. Okay, so this is my Wonder Bar mix. Some people have asked. I don't think that we have updated yet the recipe, like, that you purchase to say like how to pipe it, and that's why like I've just referred people over and over to the one where I'm piping the Wonder Bar with the pumpkins. But we're moving into Christmas. Let's get some Christmas on here. So I'm gonna put into here the initial amount of rubbing alcohol, which we consider to be our processing agent, right? So I'm gonna put it in there. Now Amanda says, probably rightly, okay, I'm not gonna say she's not right on this. She says to drizzle it in, and I'm more of like a, yeah. I think maybe when I have drizzled it in, like maybe it gets, I'm not saying there's not a reason to do that. I'm sure there's a very valid reason to do that. I'm just saying that I haven't done that in a long time. I did it the very first time I made bath bombs, not bath bombs, Wonder Bar. Because when she sent me the initial recipe, I did it like point for point, exactly the way she told me to do it. And then after that, I don't know, I just got lazy and decided to do it like this. That's how I do it now. I do have a piping bag prepped. This is an 18-inch piping bag. This is a 1M tip in here. And I just have it squished down over this. Okay, so it's pretty thick right now. It looks a bit like mashed potatoes. Actually, it looks a lot like mashed potatoes. I'm hungry and it looks really good, actually, like mashed potatoes. But it needs more rubbing alcohol. So I'm gonna add more. You want it to be the consistency of icing. You want it to be the consistency of what you're making. Hello. So since we're making icing, we would like for it to be the consistency of icing. Okay. That's just the extra. I forgot to add all that scrapey. You gotta scrape. Okay. Just get that up. Take this over here. So I'm gonna weigh out 30 more grams. I don't think I'll need that much, but I'm gonna weigh out that much. Last time I did it, I didn't have, like, I had something in my piping tip, so it like got stuck. This looks good. I still think I would like it to be a little smoother, so I'm gonna add a little more. It looks like real thick oatmeal right now. We'll just do that and see how it goes. Oh yeah, I think this is gonna be perfect. And I'll bring it over here and show you in a second. I think that my glitter friends could probably argue that it needs more glitter. I'm not a glitter expert, so I'm not going to pretend I'm a glitter expert. It's pretty good. Actually, like, feeling it, it's a little thick. So it could probably use more icing. It could probably use more rubbing alcohol. It's a little, but we'll try it. Let's try it. So, yeah, let's try it. Let's close that up because that's worth, you know, my son's weight in gold right now. And this is, okay, so this is 99% rubbing alcohol. I know people have asked, people asked me, could you use, because I've used witch hazel successfully, and people have asked, could they use 70% rubbing alcohol? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to totally try that. And then I can no longer find 70%. Like, I can't find it anymore. So these, my husband, he's cute. He hangs out in the groups, and so if somebody does like a rubbing alcohol alert, he'll like buy them up for me. Also, my girl Jamie Kirby texted me last week and was like, I'm at Sam's and they have a bunch, so she snagged a bunch for me. So, you know, you get everybody involved in the quest. Make it like a family scavenger hunt, like a way to be together when you're not together. Just do it as a group. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see how this does. I think it'll be okay. So, and I haven't tried this yet, so I don't even know. So I just sprayed them with rubbing alcohol right there. Oh yeah, that's amazing. This is so cute. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm gonna lose my mind over it. Usually I have to pipe it a few times because I've messed it up. I do plan on putting like either a pink, I should probably have it ready right now, either a pink ball, like Mountain Pour soap ball, or like a dab of this pink. So we'll see. I should also probably get like a clean pan so I can transfer this, or because I need a little bit of working room. This red is from one of the red color studies, or not one of the red, it's one of the reds from the red color study. So basically I'm just going up and down, up and down, up and down, and then I'm doing one across the top. I think it's cute. Oh my God. What I do like about this frosting, if you've used other bubble frosting, is like how like quickly other bubble frostings harden. So that's one of the things that about Wonder Bar that I really do like using it as piping, is that it does not turn solid right away, so you have like working time. And then if it does turn solid, you just add more rubbing alcohol to it and it kind of loosens it up. Woo! That fragrance, okay, that fragrance grows on you. Like initially, it's real like cinnamony, and I did not know if I was gonna like it. And it's called Comfort and Joy. I was gonna do plaid. I wanted to do like plaid and have it be like plaid Christmas PJs. It just did not work like that. It did not. I'll show you the ones I painted. They look scary actually. So those are personal use now. But so that's why it has like this Applejack smell to it, because I wanted it to be like lumberjack. Normally for Santa, I like to choose berry fragrances because I know kids are gonna buy it. Kids really like the berry fragrances and stuff. I used to teach, I used to give private lessons in art, and so sometimes my little art students, especially during like the holidays, I'd say like, okay, hey, today do you want to just make a little soap with me? And we'd make a little Mountain Pour soap, and I'd always let them go through and like smell all the fragrances. And kids are so funny because they have like no filters, right? And so like they'd like smell something and they go, ew, that's disgusting. Adults like disgusting things. And you're like, I mean, I think it's good, but okay, thank you. So I don't know how much kids would like this. It's real like cinnamony. It has clove and cinnamon and stuff in it, but who's not gonna like that? Who is not gonna like that? So these were made like last week. They're very, very dry. I wouldn't suggest like spraying quite that much rubbing alcohol on fresh bath bombs, but these are cured. They're well cured. They have been done for a minute. Now I thought I wasn't gonna have enough, but I'm gonna have a lot left over. So that's actually good. I can show you how to scoop them to make little snowballs or something. Yeah. Okay, I mean it's a little thick, but I'm still been able to pipe it. I could probably add a little bit of rubbing alcohol to it if I felt like it was too thick, or like say, like I do have carpal tunnel, so I do have to be careful if I'm like piping too much. Like squeezing can hurt my hands. So I think if you have problems with like hand strength, you could absolutely add more rubbing alcohol to it and make it thinner. It'll take it a little bit longer to dry, obviously. But if it being thick is an issue for you, you could absolutely do that. So, this is the first year I've had Santa waffles, but I can tell you that the waffles sell for me. They're one of my biggest sellers. People love anything waffles. So, this is basically like a free project, right? This is actually I think this is like the perfect consistency to me. Like the texture and stuff looks just like icing. Oh, we farted. My bad. Probably need to fill my bag up a little bit more. Okay. One more to do. And then, oh, you know what? I should probably add some pink to it and do his nose. I don't feel like doing melt and pour balls. I'm lazy. Anything that's going to be like an extra step like that, I'm not into it. So let's just do his nose. And then if we have anything left over, then I'll think about doing snowballs, right? All right. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to just pipe the rest of this back into here. Just squeeze it out. So that was, the recipe calls for 60 grams of rubbing alcohol. And to get that piping consistency, this time I used 60. I used 90. Oh my God, shut me up. Sometimes I like rewatch, this is why I try not to rewatch my lives, but sometimes I rewatch them and I'm like, the words are just so hard to get out sometimes. Okay. 90 total is what I used. Now it's going to depend on your area where you live, like what's your current humidity. My current humidity is 78%. Those dreamy days I had last week where it was like, I don't know, 30% humidity or something, those days are over. They're gone. We're not even going to just pretend they didn't even happen. Okay, so to add the pink to it, I think I'm just going to use mica because that's the easiest thing to do. I'm going to use, what do I have handy? All right on top, I have doo-wop from Muddy Soap Co. So since it was on top, it wins. Let me get a little scoop. Okay. And I am going to add I'm just going to spray some more rubbing alcohol into it and see how it goes. So that was like, what, 4 sprays? Something like that. I'm watching it to see how well it's doing. And I'm not even going to use another tip, I don't think. I'm going to add some more pink to it. I don't think I'm even going to use another tip. I'm just going to cut a hole in the bottom of this one. And use that to make the little nose shape. So, hi Nectarina! Alright. Sorry, I'm sure like a bunch of other people said hi too. I just looked up and saw that. always feel bad later on when I'm watching and I'm like, oh man, all these people are like saying hi to me, or like I asked a question and a bunch of people answered me. All right, I think this is perfect. That was 2 micro scoops. That is a really cute little pink color. I mean, I could probably go a little bit pinker, but I think that that's good. Or his little Santa nose. Could probably use a bigger spatula too, but I'm not. So there's that. Let's come over here. Let's come over here. All right. So I'm just gonna scoop this in here. That's probably more than enough that I need. There is a little class on like piping. I think that was one of the first classes that we did was piping, bubble frosting and stuff. We didn't have this recipe at that time, but we still had like piping skills. So this is pretty basic as far as piping skills go, but there are definitely more places you could take this if you wanted to. Now, even though this Wonder Bar is fresh, I'm still going to give it a squirt. Again, it really helps with like it sticking on there well. Oh, so cute. Oh my God. I'll hold one up in a second and show you. Okay, that one's less cute, but whatever. So there we go. So you could have a little Santa waffle. Did I paint the belt? Yeah, I painted the belt. It's just a black stripe. And then just a little bit of gold to get that buckle look. Super easy, guys. This is a super easy project. Like, you really don't have to have, as long as you can nail that mold. But I mean, you could do this with an indent mold, I think. I just got an indent mold, actually. My first indent mold. So, but I think you could probably do it with an indent mold. I think there's a lot of different shapes you could nail this with. So I don't think that this has to be like a waffle. It's just, I was already trying to do a waffle and had like the grid. I like that the waffle had the grid. So, yeah. Hopefully you can't see me wearing Birkenstocks underneath this. Looking like a total dork. Yeah, you probably can. Alright, that's awesome, but whatever. They're super comfortable. What can I say? Okay. That's perfect. Those are perfect. I'm like super thrilled with those. I think they turned out really cute. Okay, the lighting's like terrible in here, but yeah. Cute, right? Cute. Okay, so here's what I was trying to do. I was trying to do plaid. So I was trying to do like that lumberjack plaid that's like just black and red. So this is what happened first, and I was like, that's not cute. Nobody wants to bathe in that. And this was my second attempt, and I was like, that's still a little. I mean, it's okay, but it's not where I was going for. Then I did this, and I was like, oh, kind of looks like a present. But when I did that first line, I was like, you know, that could be like a Santa belt. That'd be really cute if it was a Santa belt. So, just in case you have in your head that like the first time I try something, it always works, it doesn't. And sometimes I have to like switch plans in the middle of what I'm doing. So, there is that too. So for example, not if, I mean this, I was going to say if I was making this, which I am actually making it. So say I made this. Let's pretend I made this. And let's pretend I had leftover. See where this is going? We're pretending a lot of things right now. So I have this leftover right here. And I actually keep a mini scoop over here in this area just for such a occurrence. Probably scrape that out more, but I'm not going to. So this is just a mini scoop that I have kind of in this area. This is starting to be okay to scoop. It's still a little bit, it's still, honestly, okay, it's still a little bit wet because it's slightly sticking to my gloves, but really it's not sticking to my gloves too bad. So I would just scoop it and let it go. And so the scoops, when you do them really wet like that, you can't pick that up because it is like wet. But when you do the scoops really wet like that, you get kind of this texture, which it's not like that, it's not like this, right, where it looks like ice cream. It's more like this, where it's like squishy looking, which I think looks like snow. So if you scoop them when they're more wet like that, you can do that. And you can scoop them when they're wet. They have like a different look to them. So I'm just gonna scoop these out. Will he have eyes? I was thinking no until you asked that. No, I don't think so. I think I'll just leave him like that because I think it's cute just as it is. But, you know, people ask me questions like that and then I'm like, that's why these are the reasons I go like extra. I get extra on stuff when I do them. So these could be like, I have a bunch right now of just extra scoops that I plan on giving as like Christmas, with Christmas orders. I have a bunch of little mini scoops. So that's probably what I'll just do with these. I'll just let them dry, package them up, put them in there with the rest of my, like when somebody makes an order, I'll probably do that until I run out. But it's a good way to like use them up when you have extra, and it's a nice little extra to add into a order. And also, I mean, part of doing something new, like bubble products are kind of new for my customers, so you have to educate them. So part of the process of educating them is giving them one free. Just like, I mean, if I have somebody who always buys soap, I send them a sample of body butter, or I send them a little miniature bath bomb sometimes, especially if they're a good customer who buys from me all the time. I'm going to try to send them something so that they use other products. So teaching them how to use a bubble bar, that's part of that too. So there you go. I got 6 extra little scoops out of that. And that's pretty much it. So, yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad, right? Let me go back through and see if there are any other questions. Okay, is the waffle Wonder Bar? No, the waffle is bath bomb. So I made the bath bomb waffles the other day. And they've just been drying. They dry. I let them dry for like 3 days so I could paint them, and then after I painted them, I decided I didn't like it. So then I was kind of brainstorming and went with the Santas, and so I decided to save it for today to make the beards and all that stuff. The second one looks cute. The Santa. Oh, the second plaid. Yeah, I may revisit the plaid someday. The red. Okay, yeah, the red's on a color study. My calves look fab. Oh, thank you. I'm not doing Grinch waffles. I'm gonna do a Grinch indent. So maybe that's something that we'll do live. But I was gonna use my indent mold to make the Grinch. So that's pretty much it, guys. I know it was quick, but that's how quick Wonder Bar is. Like that's why I pre-batch them out. So you can just slam out a bunch of projects real quick like that, and the cleanup's easy because you just squirt some water in it and you're done. So yeah, I will go back through though any questions that I missed or anything like that. I will try to answer them, and then I'll post pictures of this in a little bit so you guys can see what they look like. But thanks for joining today, guys. Bye.